Alrighty, welcome back. So now we're going to go to step 2, which is going to be creating a new map. So how do we start with a new map? We actually don't even want to start with these Zomboid programs. I'm going to go ahead and close this. To emphasize, we want to use GIMP or Paint or Photoshop. I'm going to be using GIMP, so everything in my tutorial is going to be GIMP specific. Huzzah. So what do? What we want to do is we want to go ahead and make a new image. So this is effectively where we, or you and I, are going to pick the size of a map. The best size that I would recommend to start with is 300 by 300. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Why 300 pixels? These are in pixels, as you can see, px right here. The reason is because when you create a cell inside of Project Zomboid, that's going to be the big cells that you can use to put on top of vanilla or otherwise. Each cell is a minimum of 300 width and 300 height, right? And when I say minimum, it is exactly 300 by 300 pixels. That is the smallest world map that you can have, 300 by 300. Each single 1 by 1 pixel is a square where your character can stand or you can put a furniture. So each single cell is going to have 300 by 300, which is 30,000 cells. It's huge. So I recommend doing that. The other thing to notice about the default, for example, mine always defaults to grayscale. So I have to go to the advanced options and double check that the color space is RGB and not grayscale. Other than that, I leave it 300 by 300. Now mine was set like that because that's just how I've been picking them. If you have to go ahead and click in and type in 300, that is perfectly okay. 300 by 300. I'm going to hit OK, and then we're going to go ahead and have an image. Let me go ahead and move this over. Where's my image? Sorry, you can go to the edges here, and then you can go ahead and drag these tools over to the sides. And then here, this is going to be the canvas that we're going to be working on. The bottom here, I can grab by the little 3 dots. The bottom here, this is going to be the background layer that we're starting with. If I go ahead and click these 2 buttons, it sets the background or foreground. By using the fill tool, this is just my testing. I know I can change it to black. If I double click this, I can select any color. And if I see a color, this is my test to know that I am actually working in RGB and not inside of grayscale. All right, with that being said, I do want to set my background to black for now, and this is going to be effectively the first thing that we're going to be doing. Now, if you want to make a bigger map, right, you can absolutely do that. Just remember that each cell, right, each square that you want to use inside of the vanilla map is 300 by 300. So that means that if you want to make a map that is, not 1 cell, but 4 cells, right, a 2 by 2, then that means that each square is going to be 300 by 300. So this GIMP project that we're opening should be 600 by 600, right, because it's 300 plus 300, etc., etc. So you can make any type of square or rectangle that you would like. Just be sure that it is divisible by 300, and therefore you will be able to have something that is workable. I'm going to start with a 300 by 300 square, just for the sake of simplicity, to illustrate some stuff. Later in the videos, I'll show you how we can go ahead and make the map bigger and what that entails. But for now, we'll stick with the simple stuff. All right, so with this, we're going to go ahead and move on to colors, what colors we can use, and how to go ahead and get those going. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.